let me just say this. I'm not going to sit here and say that LeBron James has to be considered better than Magic Johnson. That's garbage. I'm not going to say LeBron James has to be considered better than Bill Russell. That's garbage. I'm not going to say LeBron James has to be considered better than Kobe Bryant. That's garbage. LeBron James, one of the greatest players of all time in all team sports. I'm sorry, if that's not good enough, I got to say that LeBron James is better than Kobe Bryant? What? Put me in a grave first.
For years, the sports media has been running the same tired playbook, acting like the GOAT debate is nothing but a two-man face-off between Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Every debate show, every viral clip, every flashy highlight reel, it's all just the same recycled storyline. Jordan's perfect 6-0 finals record gets stacked against LeBron's monster stats in his crazy long career because it stirs drama, boosts engagement, and keeps the ratings rolling in. But people who've been close to the game for decades say this take is not just lazy, it's straight up misleading. By boiling basketball's entire history down to two names, the media wipes out the pioneers who built the foundation, the revolutionaries who reshaped eras, and the stars who inspired entire generations. And one of the loudest voices calling out this weak narrative is Hall of Fame journalist Michael Wilbon, a man whose decades of courtside experience make his words hit hard. Wilbon has seen the game evolve up close. He's watched Magic Johnson run Showtime like a symphony conductor, Bill Russell dominate an entire era while leading the greatest dynasty ever, and Kobe Bryant chase greatness as the closest heir to Michael Jordan's legacy. So when Wilbon talks about who truly defines basketball greatness, he's not echoing some trendy hot take. He's speaking from years of first-hand experience, legendary conversations, and a lifetime sitting right at the edge of the court. On a recent episode of Get Up, Wilbon reacted to the chaos sparked by David Falk, Michael Jordan's longtime agent, who dropped a bombshell by claiming that MJ would have won 15 championships if he played the roster-stacking game LeBron uses. That statement shook fans to the core, but Wilbon didn't just step in to defend Jordan, he went nuclear on the whole debate. He tore apart the idea that LeBron James automatically deserves to be locked in as the second greatest player in NBA history. Wilbon didn't dance around the topic. He fired straight shots with zero hesitation. His comments were sharp, direct, and explosive, hitting right at the heart of the media's favorite narrative. He flat out rejected the belief that LeBron must automatically sit above Magic Johnson, Bill Russell, or Kobe Bryant, calling those takes garbage. Then he dismantled the long-running illusion that the GOAT conversation begins and ends with Jordan and LeBron like it's some sacred law. His message was crystal clear. There's no guaranteed number two in basketball greatness. Legends like Magic, Russell, and Kobe aren't background characters in some overhyped storyline. They shape the game in ways modern debates conveniently ignore. That's where Wilbon's critique landed hardest, because he wasn't just challenging rankings. He was exposing how today's media has shrunk the GOAT conversation into such a small box that questioning LeBron's place behind Jordan feels like committing basketball blasphemy. Wilbon reminded everyone that fans treat Jordan at 1, LeBron at 2, like it's carved in stone. But he tore that myth to shreds. True greatness isn't about inflated stats or surviving 20 years in the league. It's about transforming the sport, shifting the culture, and leaving a mark so deep the game itself evolves around you. Magic Johnson didn't just run the point, he reinvented it, turning Showtime into a worldwide phenomenon. Bill Russell didn't just win championships, he redefined what winning even meant, anchoring the most dominant dynasty ever with 11 titles in 13 years. And Kobe Bryant, he wasn't just Jordan's shadow. He was the spark that kept that same fire alive, redefining dedication, obsession, and competitive spirit for a whole new generation. He became the fire that lit up a whole new era, a relentless beast who demanded respect every time he stepped on the court. Wilbon wasn't taking shots at LeBron. By lifting these other legends, he was defending the soul of basketball. He reminded everyone that this game's story is deep, layered, and filled with giants who earned their place in history, not ones who deserve to be pushed aside just to keep a headline alive. Wilbon warned that erasing legends just to keep a two-man marketing show going isn't just lazy, it's straight up disrespectful to the game itself. And his most powerful moment came when he said, "The idea of putting LeBron above Kobe would put me in the grave first." It wasn't about shock value. It was raw truth from a man who watched Kobe up close, who heard the stories from players who battled him, and who knew the level of respect Kobe commanded. Ignoring Kobe, Magic, or Russell just to prop up LeBron isn't analysis. It's rewriting basketball history. And Wilbon, A man who spent decades courtside talking to the icons who built the sport doesn't throw words around lightly. So when he pushes back against this Jordan versus LeBron cage match, it hits different. It carries real weight. He's not dissing LeBron. He's calling out how the media keeps shrinking the GOAT debate into a box too small to fit all the greatness this sport has seen. Because here's the truth. Basketball greatness isn't some straight ladder with Jordan at 1 and LeBron right behind him at 2. It's a massive round table where Magic, Russell, Bird, Kobe, Duncan, and so many others deserve their seats, their stories, and their respect. Reducing the GOAT talk to just Jordan versus LeBron doesn't just oversimplify. It flat out disrespects the game. If championships are the ultimate standard, then Bill Russell stands alone with his 11 rings in 13 seasons. That level of dominance isn't just a resume. It's an empire built on pure excellence. Russell wasn't just winning rings. He was transforming the way defense worked. He mastered the art of shot blocking and turned transition basketball into a deadly weapon long before today's era even existed. He was the one man who could go head-to-head with Wilt Chamberlain and still find a way to neutralize him, not with brute force, but with intelligence, strategy, and unshakable willpower. And beyond basketball, Russell carried himself with strength and dignity in a racially divided America. Becoming more than an athlete, he became a symbol of pride and progress. Ignoring Russell just to make LeBron look better isn't analysis. It's erasing the foundation of what true winning means. And if Russell was the base, then Magic Johnson was the revolution. Standing 6 feet 9 inches with the flair of an artist and the charisma of a superstar, Magic reinvented what it meant to be a point guard. He turned Showtime into a worldwide event. Every no-look pass was a masterpiece, every fast break a highlight for the ages. His 5 rings and 9 finals runs came against killers, the Bird Celtics, Dr. J's Sixers, and Isaiah Thomas's Pistons, the toughest competition you could imagine. Magic didn't just collect trophies, he conquered an era of legends. And when the pressure hit hardest in the 1980 finals, with Kareem sidelined, rookie Magic slid to center and dropped 42 points, 15 rebounds, and 7 assists to win the championship. He didn't ride destiny. He became destiny. Magic's impact changed basketball forever, opening doors for every oversized playmaker who came after him. So now the real question is LeBron really the automatic number 2? Or have we all been served a polished media fantasy that trims out the legends just to keep the headlines cleaner? Because if you're saying LeBron automatically leaps past Magic, you're forgetting the man who redefined what greatness even means. Dismissing Larry Bird means ignoring the cold-blooded rival who went head-to-head with Showtime and never backed down. Bird wasn't built on flash or freak athleticism. He was built on raw skill, icy precision, and that deadly competitive fire that made even the toughest opponents nervous. 3 championships, 3 straight MVPs, something even LeBron never pulled off, and a Celtics dynasty that fought tooth and nail for every inch of glory. Larry Bird didn't overpower people with hops or speed. He outsmarted them, broke them down piece by piece, and made them question why they even tried. He called his shot before the three-point contest, warmed up with his jacket still on, then walked out there and showed everyone else they were just playing for second. He dropped 60 points on the Hawks while their own bench laughed in disbelief. He was hitting playoff triple-doubles while battling brutal back pain that would have ended most careers, and still showed up like a warrior. Bird didn't just want to win. He wanted to break your confidence. His rivalry with Magic Johnson didn't just bring excitement, it saved the NBA. It turned basketball into a worldwide spectacle built on pride, showmanship, and pure heart. Acting like LeBron automatically slides past Bird erases the decade-long war that built the modern NBA and made the game what it is today. And then came Kobe Bryant, the relentless heir to the throne. 5 championships, 2 finals MVPs, 1 league MVP, and scoring performances so legendary they sound unreal. His greatness wasn't born from comfort, it came from obsession, the kind that kept him in the gym while everyone else was asleep. From his 81-point explosion to sinking free throws on a torn Achilles, to winning back-to-back titles in 2009 and 2010 after critics swore he couldn't do it without Shaq, Kobe proved again and again that greatness comes from grit. He stayed loyal to one team for 20 straight seasons, battled through drama, rebuilt his game, and fought his way back to the top. And in doing so, he earned not just fans, but the respect of every major star who followed. Kevin Durant, Dwyane Wade, Kyrie Irving, they all point to Kobe as the standard. In the NBA, respect isn't gifted, it's earned through pain, persistence, and heart. And Kobe embodied all 3. Leaving Kobe out of the GOAT talk just to fast-track LeBron isn't smart analysis, it's disrespect. It trashes the very spirit that built the league, and that's exactly why Wilbon's challenge matters so much. He wasn't attacking LeBron. He was protecting basketball's soul. He was standing up for the history, the legacy, and the raw competition that shaped the sport. Because real greatness can't be reduced to stats, trophies, or highlight reels. It's not a checklist. True greatness in basketball is a living mosaic built by giants. It's Russell's dominance, Magic's vision, Bird's ruthless edge, and Kobe's obsession all blending together to form the foundation of the game. Each of these legends is a pillar holding up basketball's history, and pretending they don't belong just turns the GOAT debate into a flashy marketing stunt instead of what it should be, a tribute to the men who made the game immortal. That's exactly why the idea that the GOAT conversation starts and ends with Jordan versus LeBron just doesn't hold up. Legends don't fade away just because a new headline starts trending online. They demand recognition until the world gives them their due. This debate was never really about greatness. It's about convenience. The myth of a two-man race is one of the biggest illusions modern sports media ever sold us. If you turn on ESPN or scroll your feed, you'd think basketball history only has two names, MJ and LeBron. Every show, every post, every viral argument circles back to the same question. Is LeBron better than Jordan? But here's the cold truth. That kind of framing doesn't celebrate basketball. It cheapens it. It wipes away decades of wars, rivalries, and icons, turning the game's rich history into some soap opera-style storyline made to get clicks. Instead of honoring the grind and greatness that built the NBA, we're stuck looping the same recycled debate over and over again. Jordan will always remain the gold standard. The 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, the flawless execution when everything was on the line. But even MJ's legacy wasn't built in a vacuum. It was forged through battles. He had to overcome the brutal bad boy Pistons, the aging but dangerous Celtics dynasty, and Magic's Lakers. Every step of that climb mattered, because true greatness only shines when it conquers giants. And then there's LeBron James, the Iron Man of basketball. The prodigy from Akron who carried the weight of expectations for 2 decades straight. He won titles with 3 different franchises, shattered record books, and kept playing at an elite level deep into his 30s when most players are already fading. His longevity is unreal, his consistency historic, and his commitment to greatness undeniable. But somewhere along the way, the narrative around him got twisted. Every stat, every milestone, every finals appearance gets spun into ammo. Fuel for endless comparisons instead of genuine appreciation. The game deserves more than that. Basketball's story isn't just Jordan and LeBron. It's a full legacy of greatness that stretches across eras, styles, and souls who shaped the game we love today. So if you made it this far, make sure to like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment below, because this conversation about real basketball greatness is far from over. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.